going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Shiny Shuriken video. We got a quick little just fun chat for you guys because it's just coincidental. Some news dropped this morning, and Actually Amoonguss is on the phone with me here. You want to say hi?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Amoonguss and I, as you guys know, whenever we get on calls together, Amoonguss and I have great discussions, debates, good back and forth, and we talk about a lot of different topics. And one thing that we've talked about in the past and recently was the National Dex. We got into a great conversation of why I felt there was no good excuse from Gamefreak as to why the National Dex had been left out. A lot of people lean on the fact that they were trying to move the meta in a certain direction, and they were trying to sway how we battled and with what, and getting us to use a wider variety of Pokemon. Well, we said, one of my responses was that they could easily just make the adjustments to the ranked rules and the meta would be fixed. All Pokemon could be allowed. You can play free battles with your friends with any Pokemon you want, and then when you get into the ranked and when you get into the World Championships and those actual competitive structured events that Pokemon puts on, there'd be no problems. They can sway the meta any way they want. Well, the announcement this morning dropping from Sarah B is about the upcoming Ranked Season 6 in September and the new rules. They have banned 16 new Pokemon, and they are straight from the top usage percentages. This includes things like Cinderace, Gyarados, Venusaur, all of your typical top tier Mons that make up 80% of the top teams. So I just wanted to kind of call it the coincidence that we had just been discussing this and then it happens, and I wanted Amoonguss and I to hop on together so I could get Amoonguss's thoughts, of course. So, you know, what are you thinking about hearing the ban on the Pokemon such as Cinderace and everybody else?
Well, of course, I kind of tend to play devil's advocate on this argument, even though I don't have a real answer for why they couldn't include a full Pokédex of Pokemon and just limit the ranked rules. You know, like, I've been one to say that I've enjoyed the changes, and just because, well, I was forced to accept them. And the removal of some Pokemon I've seen so much in past generations. It was fresh. There was some, you know, I looked for the good side in it. But then if you bring up that argument and said they could be there and just banned from certain rules, you know, formats, etc., new formats could be made, all these things, there really is no argument against that. And yeah, as we're pretty much here to discuss, Gamefreak seem to have shown their hand to prove it. That's basically what I'm feeling, is that, like, so yeah, you could have appeased all the fans that really wanted the National Dex and even saved yourself plenty of sales. At least some percentage of people refused to buy the game because they didn't include the National Dex in it. And that's their decision. I'm not, you know, like I said, I'm of the other side of the perspective. You call it playing devil's advocate, because I try to find the good side. Pokemon Sword and Shield is what it is, and I've enjoyed my time playing the games a lot. So, you know, I can't find a reason why they couldn't include every Pokemon, but I've looked for the bright side.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, that's how I feel, is like, so you kind of showed us you could have done some of these things.
Yep. Now, I don't put myself on the side of National Dexers to the strongest of degrees. I would have enjoyed the National Dex, sure. Was it the biggest hindrance of the game for me? No. I mean, for me, the worst part of this game is definitely the battle timer. It's ruining just so much of what we love and enjoy about Pokemon. So that's definitely, for me, the number one. But this was just kind of an interesting one because of my positioning, where they've never really given me a sound reason as to why. I never really understood the reasoning that they were putting out, which was nothing. Game Freak never gave an official statement. There was rumors and stuff about that they couldn't fit it all into the game, which makes no sense at all.
Especially through DLCs.
Especially like, through DLCs.
If they could have said, we're not going to initially put all the Pokemon in the Pokédex, because we're gonna have 2 DLCs, we want to encourage people to buy. I mean, be straight up with us.
Yep. Agree.
By the end of the 2 DLCs, those who purchase them will have a national dex. But they didn't do that either.
Couldn't agree with you more. Just straight up honesty with your fan base and an understanding that we are going to spend the money. You don't have to be afraid of that we won't. Sword and Shield probably got the most hatred of any Pokemon release ever. And
that was the fastest selling Switch title.
And yet it was wildly successful. So I don't know what Game Freak or Pokemon or Nintendo are afraid of. We're going to buy the game. Just give us what we want. Work with us a little bit. I mean, if you withhold a couple of things, fine. But, I mean, to withhold the actual Pokemon from the Pokemon game makes no sense to me, and I have yet to get good reasoning as to why. Just wanted to hop on, have that quick little chat. What I'm interested in, you guys, is leave some comments below for Amoonguss and I, and we can kind of keep the chat going in the comments. Let us know what you think about this ban on just the top tier of all Pokemon. And just to call it out, this is the Cerebi announcement here that came up today, and I just want you guys to take a look at it. It is actually banning the top 10 Pokemon from both singles and doubles, so it's taking both of them. So I think like Gyarados was in the top 10 for singles but not in the top 10 for doubles. I'm not sure, I didn't check specifically, but those are all the banned Pokemon that are coming in. It's a super interesting move, and I'm okay with it, actually. I think that is the type of stuff we should be seeing. Amoonguss and I have had those kind of conversations where we enjoy that they change up the ranked rules every season. And
that's a great idea, to take the top 10 most used Pokemon and say, okay, a month without them. That's a great idea, in my opinion.
Force us to start using other Pokemon, finding new strategies, pushing the bounds. I mean, that's the best part of being a Pokemon player, is that we can come up with all these crazy strategies, but when everybody's using the same thing, your extent of strategizing is kind of limited. You have to be, you're forced to stick with what can handle the current meta.
You have to respond to, that's what metagaming is. It's the most popular things and the things that can work with within those.
Yeah, for sure. Well, thank you guys for joining us. We just wanted to have a quick chat. Again, remember to hop down in those comments and tell us what you guys think about the banning of the top tier Mons, what you guys think about the move from Game Freak and showing their hand with the ability to kind of force the meta to change itself within the game and not needing a new game to release on it. And if you have any appropriate National Dex comments, let us know, and we can keep the conversation going down there. With that, we will catch you guys later. See ya.